Our cities are generating a truly unimaginable amount of data every single second. We're talking everything from traffic flow and energy use to public services. But here's the thing, all that data is basically just static, just noise, unless you can actually make sense of it. So today, we're going to dive into how one incredibly powerful tool, Power BI, is becoming the digital brain for the smart city of tomorrow, turning all that noise into real intelligence. So let's kick things off with the most basic question of all.
And that is a fantastic question, right? Because a city doesn't get smart just by plugging in a bunch of new gadgets. It gets smart by using technology to listen to its own heartbeat, to understand the flow of its people, its resources, and its biggest challenges, and then, to respond in an intelligent way.
So if you really break it down, a smart city does two main things. First, it uses all kinds of sensors to collect data. And second, it uses that data to run things, assets, services, way more efficiently. In other words, data is the fuel. It's the lifeblood of the whole operation. It's what lets city planners see what's actually working, what isn't, and where they need to focus their efforts to make life better for everyone. Okay, so if data's the fuel, you've got to have a seriously powerful engine to turn that fuel into actual forward motion. And for a ton of the world's most forward-thinking cities, that engine is Microsoft's Power BI. So, what is it about Power BI that makes it the perfect tool for this massive job? Well, try to think of it less like a spreadsheet and more like a live, interactive command center for the entire city. It can pull in data from literally everywhere: traffic sensors, geographic infosystems, that's GIS, and all those connected Internet of Things devices we hear about. Then it uses AI to not just show what is happening, but to actually predict what's going to happen. And it does all this in a way that city planners can actually understand and use to make those really critical decisions. All right, so that's the theory. Sounds pretty cool, right? But how does this actually play out in the real world, on our streets? Let's take a look at how this technology is tackling some of the biggest challenges our cities face, starting with one we all know way, way too well.
First on the list, urban gridlock. Oh yeah, we've all been there. That feeling of just being stuck in traffic, watching the minutes slowly tick by. It's more than just an annoyance. It's a massive drain on our time, our money, and let's be honest, our sanity.
And this is where that smart part really starts to click. Power BI can analyze live data from traffic cameras to optimize the timing of stoplights in real time. Boom! That immediately eases the flow and cuts down congestion. At the same time, it can model bus routes to slash wait times and even guide drivers directly to open parking spots, making the entire system so much more efficient. I mean, stop and think about that number for a second. 35%. That's not some tiny little adjustment. That is a huge chunk of your day that you're getting back. It means less pollution, billions of dollars in reclaimed productivity, and just a real tangible improvement to life for millions of us. And look, this isn't just some pie-in-the-sky theory. You want to see it in action? Look at Singapore, one of the most jam-packed cities on the planet. By analyzing 5 million trips every single day, they managed to cut journey times by 20%. That's what data-driven decision-making looks like.
What's cool is that smarter traffic doesn't just save us time, it saves a ton of fuel. And that leads us right into our next big challenge, powering our cities in a way that's both efficient and sustainable for the long haul.
So in this area, you can think of Power BI as being like a citywide efficiency consultant that never sleeps. It can analyze electricity consumption patterns to spot waste and drive some incredible energy savings. It can monitor smart water meters in real time to find leaks before they turn into huge problems. And it can even track the performance of green energy projects to make sure a city is getting the absolute most out of its renewable investments. 18%. An 18% savings on energy. Now, if you did that in your house, that would be fantastic, but imagine doing that across an entire city. That's a total game changer, both for the city's budget and for the environment. It's just a massive win-win. And again, this is really happening. Just look at Barcelona. They're seeing a 15% savings on energy year after year just by using data to make smarter choices about how they operate.
But this is about so much more than just efficiency and saving money. It's really about our health, our well-being. How can data help us build communities that are healthier and ultimately safer for every single one of us?
And the applications we're talking about here, they are literally life-saving. A city can analyze population data to make sure health clinics are actually located where people need them most. In a crisis, like an epidemic, interactive dashboards can track hotspots, allowing them to respond 40% faster. That's huge. Even before a disaster strikes, a city can model the risks to become way, way more prepared. 50%. And let's be really clear, that is not just some number on a computer screen. A 50% boost in disaster preparedness, well, that's the difference between order and chaos, and it translates directly into saving lives when it matters most. I mean, we all lived through a perfect example of this not too long ago, right? During the COVID-19 pandemic, New York City was leaning heavily on Power BI dashboards to manage its absolutely massive vaccine rollout, making sure those shots got into arms as quickly and as fairly as possible. Okay, for our last challenge, let's bring this all the way down to our everyday lives. How does all this high-tech data stuff actually make a city a better, more enjoyable place to live day in and day out?
Well, what if your city could see every single pothole complaint or missed garbage pickup on a live map so they could respond faster and more effectively? That's what drives up satisfaction. Now, imagine that same city analyzing how people use its parks so it knows exactly where to build a new playground or plant more trees.
You know, of all the stats we've looked at, this one might say the most. A 45% jump in citizen satisfaction. Because at the end of the day, when a city uses data to fix problems and improve the spaces we share, it's doing more than just being efficient. It's showing its citizens that it's actually listening.
So the potential here is obviously massive. But let's be real. Making this happen across an entire city isn't as easy as just flipping a switch. Putting this kind of tech in place on a citywide scale comes with its own set of very real challenges. You basically run into three big hurdles every time: data collection, privacy, and training. First, how do you even gather all this information from so many different sources? Second, how do you protect people's privacy while you're doing it? And third, how do you get your city staff trained up to actually use these powerful tools? The solutions are pretty clear. Unified data portals, applying really strict privacy rules like Europe's GDPR as a baseline for everyone, and most importantly, investing in people with great training.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, Power BI really does become this digital brain for the city. It's like the central nervous system that takes in millions of little bits of information from all over and then turns them into smart, coordinated actions that make the whole city healthier. And that brings us to the most important point of all. This technology is an unbelievably powerful tool. But at the end of the day, it's still just a tool. The real intelligence comes from how we choose to use it. So I want you to think for a second about your own town, your own city. When you look at the traffic, the energy use, the public services, what is the single smartest data-backed decision your city could make starting right now?